You know, simultaneous to you gathering your customers so that everybody gets paid in Ambit Energy, you want to immediately move into action and start to invite people to become your business partner in Ambit Energy. You know, the 2 and the 6 of the 526 is you personally sponsoring 2 consultants and getting a group of 6. And the key to our business is duplication. You know, I believe that you either work for a system or you have a system that works for you. And what we've done is we've got an explosive system that if you'll work the system, it can grow your Ambit Energy business very, very quickly. And it's very simple. You know, what you're going to do first off is you're going to make a written list. And from that written list, what you're going to do is you're going to start to make some phone calls typically. Now, you may ask these questions in front of coworkers at work tomorrow, but you're going to make some phone calls and it's going to go something like this. I'm going to use my friend John again. I'm going to say, hey, John, it's Brian. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Hey, let me ask you a question. What do you know about energy deregulation here in northern Illinois? Well, I don't know much. Why? Why do you ask? Well, it kind of goes like this. How many people do you know use natural gas in their homes? Well, everybody. Well, of those people, would they rather pay less for that natural gas or more for that natural gas? Well, less. Let me ask you a question. If I had a company that would pay us an awful lot of money to educate people on how they could pay less for the natural gas here in northern Illinois, and we got paid month after month after month of residual income, would it be worth 20 minutes of your time to look at a couple of videos on the internet? And the answer to that question is typically yes. And then what you want to do is you want to send them to your Energy 526 website. So the website address is www dot, and then whatever the nickname was that you chose when you joined Ambit Energy, .energy526.com. So again, it's www dot the nickname that you chose, .energy526.com. Now that website's already set up. You need to go to that website, familiarize yourself with it yourself, and then you're going to send John to the Illinois portion of that website. So you're going to tell him that click pattern, and when you go and look at it yourself, you'll figure that out. And you're going to have him watch the first couple of videos on the Illinois portion of that website. And of course, if you're in Texas or New York, you're going to direct them to those videos because each market is a little bit different. And then you're going to set up a specific time, and you want to create urgency. You don't want this dragging out, so within a few hours or a day at the most, you're going to want to set up a time for you to get back with John and follow up with him. And that question that you're going to ask when you follow up with John is, did that make sense to you? Not what did you think, or hey, do you think we could make any money, but did that make sense to you? And the answer to that question is yes. And then you ask them, well, does that mean you're ready to get started, John, or do you have a few other questions? And I can tell you the vast majority of the time, they're going to have a few other questions, and that's exactly the answer that we want, because as soon as they ask you the first question, and let's say it's me and John, and we work at the post office together. Well, the first question that he asked me, I'm going to say, you know, John, we've been working at the post office together for a long time. You know, I don't know a whole lot about energy deregulation. I am excited about Ambit Energy. Let me get somebody on the phone that can answer all your questions correctly. And then what you want to do is do a three-way call with either the regional consultant or senior consultant, executive consultant, or national consultant. And again, if you're getting this email, that means that I'm either at least your national consultant. So you've got my cell phone number right here on this website. You can call me at any time. And the way you would do that is you'd say, hey, Brian, it's Mary. I just joined the team up here in Rockford, Illinois, and I've got my good friend John on the phone. Now, John and I work at the post office together. He's seen the videos on the Energy 526 website. He had a few questions. I thought if you had a minute, you could answer his questions. And then your job is to be quiet and just to listen. And through that, you're going to go through a training process. I'm going to answer all of John's questions. I'm going to ask him to join us in the organization. John's either going to say yes or no, and then we're going to try to get him to one of the local meetings. And all the local meetings are listed in your power zone. So you either work for a system or you have a system that works for you. And what this system does for you in building your Ambit Energy business is it allows you to get to an explosive start. You don't have to learn anything. Again, click and print off in the document section of this email all the guides and questions, all it's printed out for you, so you don't have to memorize everything that I've told you here, and just start working the system. And what'll happen is that you'll start to sponsor people into your business quickly. You'll get promoted quickly. Remember, our goal is to get you promoted to regional consultant in 7 days. So it's an exciting time, and I can tell you one thing, that all the positive thought in the world won't make you a penny, but if you take massive positive action, it'll make you an awful lot of money. And our goal collectively is to get you promoted to regional consultant right away.